Good day to you all. I made this statement this afternoon, posting here for your information. Serious concern as Treasury fails to raise money for critical government expenditure. I am very concerned that Treasury raised only 135 million KINA instead of the requested 800 million KINA in this week's government inscribed stock, GIS, and Treasury bill program. Government would have us believe that they can raise money cheaply on the domestic market, but this week they paid up to 8.9%. At a time when global interest rates are low, why are we having to pay these rates? Investors in these government stocks are rightly nervous. It is not the price they are quibbling. They tell me firsthand they are worried they just will not get their money back from government when the investment comes due. Wealthy individuals stopped investing locally long ago. These investors are superannuation funds with strict standards on how they invest our workers' monies. They are simply not willing to risk it. This morning, I was sent a copy of an email from Treasury Securities Division. The email is deeply concerning as it asks investors to buy a special, non-competitive Treasury bill of 300 million KINA to allow government to pay for critical public services. Public servants' payroll is due next Tuesday. There is no way around it. This special placement today is a last-ditch, desperate attempt to be able to raise money at any cost to pay for next week's public servant pays. The lack of confidence in our government is of grave concern and is having an immediate impact on our people and the cost of living. Lack of foreign exchange, lack of investments coming to our country, and now, perhaps they cannot even make fortnightly public servants' wages. Why is this happening now less than 2 weeks after a vote of no confidence? Why is it happening after a payment of 90 million KINA was made to connect PNG and then promptly paid out 42 million KINA to hire car companies immediately prior to VONC? Must just be a coincidence. Marape stated publicly that he has a weekly meeting to decide on what is being paid based on priorities. He said he was managing our cash properly. Just a couple of weeks ago, the priority was to pay 42 million KINA to hire car companies under Connect PNG. Today, the government of PNG are running around begging investors for 300 million KINA so they can pay wages to public servants next Tuesday. Another glitch, perhaps? And what does James Marape do? Flies to speak at the UN General Assembly to promote his ideals and leaves his deputies to scramble and beg for money. We are heading for a financial cliff face with SOEs already drained of money and the local investors having demonstrated this week they have zero confidence in Marape's financial leadership. Perhaps this was the plan all along to make us so desperate we had to rely on the IMF or other nations with less noble intentions to bail us out. Walk must go yet. Papua New Guineans.
Mr. O'Neill highlighted the impact of the economy on the ordinary Papua New Guinean.
The economy is not performing today. It's not performing because why? Cost of living has gone up due to inflation and, of course, government's overspending, which is creating this environment where the prices of goods are going up. Devaluation of KINA is the other reason why prices of goods are continuously going up. So our wages for all the workers in the country has not been reviewed for the 5 years. So the real wages that our people are earning every fortnight is still the same. But the prices of goods have gone down. So now when you go down to the shops, you will find that you can't afford to buy the same things that you used to buy 5 years ago. And that's the reality that we are living.
He further elaborated that with all these strain on an average income earner, an adjustment to the currently KINA minimum wage is long overdue.
Last minimum wage board meeting and the increase that we did to KINA per hour for the minimum labor pay was done in 2016. Now it's 9 years since that last board meeting, and last 5 years I've mentioned it about 3 or 4 times on the floor of Parliament. When is government going to establish a minimum wages board and convene a meeting so that we can review? Many of the people who are in the private sector are aware that the employees are getting less pay and they can't buy enough food for their families. Then they want to increase their wages. Many of the businesses are saying that. These are businesses that we are talking to. So they are trying to say, when is the government going to sit down and make it legal for us and set a rate that they can pay their employees?
He said an increase in gross domestic products does not feed a family, rather an income earner's wage. This dilemma is further devastating when a family has one breadwinner with the limited job opportunity situation of the country.
First of all, on behalf of the Filipino people, we'd like to welcome with so many foreign.
Today's a gift, for we don't know what tomorrow might bring. Life is too short for so, and I don't like holding on to little brothers that will keep on taunting me. Just wanna live my moments with the happiness. That's what I say. What do I want pay? You should let it go and just forget it all, yo. They say life is a race, and I'm on the chase until I realize I'm still chasing my dreams, yeah. They say life is a race, and I'm on the chase until I realize I'm still chasing my dreams, yeah. Oh.